Greetings. This one is relatively current, from what I know. Some video also exists on the deep web from early unrestricted nanny cam footage. Still, it's been requested not to be uploaded due to the concealed surveillance encryption, which lets the agencies admission at their discretion. The first target in this case is an autistic kid of 9 years of age, extreme anxiety with strangers. Communicative capabilities are limited to hardly legible writing in a comprehensive diary. The second victim in the case was the kid's mum. The father's location is unknown at this point. A few weeks prior to the event, she decided to get herself an emotional support animal. This to see if it would alleviate her child's anxiety problems. The location is a property in the state of Montana. The place is family-owned, and was rarely in use. Financials were further brought in our investigations into the occurrence, and were considered insignificant. The victim was glad to be left alone at the beginning, but was felt this would hinder the child's social development, according to the counseling. Documents from these sessions showed that the counselor would later clarify that there would be little to no chance for future growth, due to the child's anxiety levels in normal social situations. The counselor gently convinced the mother into obtaining an emotional support pet that the child might feel connected to. Given the location, a puppy was proposed. According to the evidence from the nanny cam video, the connection between them was a success, with the victim starting to display self-confidence. At times, even looking at his mum straight in her eyes. The puppy had been trained accordingly not to react to excessive behaviors happening in the lounge area. The mother could always be seen heading into the lounge. Always at late hours, considering the lack of natural light in the video. Judging by her moans and cries, the kid was deceased, mauled by some creature. Blood could be noted on her clothes. Squeezed firmly in her hand is the telephone for the house. While it was disconnected, the hard drive in the base continued recording. The mother was conscious that the lines were disconnected, and she could hear scraping activity up on the second floor. This was established via the footage obtained. After substantial video recording editing, a humanoid-looking creature, known as a dogman, sneaked at the edge of the camera lens. She was then seen running to a window in shock. The mother then backed away, and ran, as a dog-shaped head peeked around the corner. Almost striking its head on the doorframe suggested a reasonably large creature. It crept into the room. The coat of this creature looked exactly like the emotional support pet cited earlier. The fur also appeared to be stained with blood. A third creature also joined. Judging by its pace, it appeared uncertain at times. The other victim was in total fear when she witnessed the two cryptids. The whole episode was quick and coordinated. Her demise was instantaneous. After one of the creatures opened the door, the others then joined for the feast. When finished, they just walked to the door and vanished into the darkness. The police inquiry was originated as part of an initial missing person report after the mother failed to call her relatives. Police discovered the corpses, and they immediately opened a murder investigation. The bodies were redirected from the standard coroners to the ones associated with this forum. The case now remains open. In regard to the autopsy, the first victim had numerous bite marks to the limbs and the abdomen region. Grating prints from an enormous paw are evidenced on the limbs. Tumors found in the brain show autism and severe anxiety issues. The second victim is a bite injury on the lower leg, severing an Achilles tendon. A bite mark to the neck. Missing organs include ovaries, kidneys, uterus, stomach, pancreas, liver, 90% of the intestines. Also, proof that the stomach area was brutally gorged. Examining the nanny cam video, it reveals that the activity could be detected during daylight. All of this during the weeks leading up to the incident. No abnormal activity was witnessed the day the emotional support animal was obtained. Then, days after the emotional connection, a dogman creature could be seen sneaking up to the property. The support animal stood up, and strolled over to the wall opposite the dogman, then it stood there for many minutes until the dogman cryptid crept away. The victim just watched the support animal stand at the wall, while it is known that the victim usually is next to it at all times, even during bedtime. The activity in the video continued until the evening of the attack. Suddenly, two dogman creatures are seen approaching the property. One sneaked at the edge of the light, while the rest ran to the side. Screams were heard from a place presumed to be the kid's bedroom. Then, the mother could be seen joining the lounge in the state previously explained. Many logbooks were seized as evidence in the investigation. Upon discovering the scope, they were swapped with copies, explicitly mentioning dogs being removed. The mother noted a few minor incidents where her kid would stand at the window and stare at the woods. And when asked if he would like to go there, he rejected the idea violently. As soon as she mentioned they wouldn't go there anymore, the kid instantly stopped and embraced his mother. Judging by the reports, in the following happenings, it appears to be the exact spot the pet would stand when the dogman came. The mother reported that while she did basic yard work, she always felt fear when glancing at the woods. Always felt like someone was observing her, she used to say. She often tried to gain the bravery to go look for herself, but didn't want to abandon her child at the same time. The logbooks about the kid seemed quite ridiculous. But after numerous meetings with youngsters on this spectrum, specific clues were very similar among them. The victim was very conscious of the creature's presence. When he would see the beast outside the window, he would cry for his mother, and this would drive the creature away. One day, while walking around the backyard, he felt the dogman coming within his mother's perimeter. Its claw caught his shorts and the beast began to drag him away, but his mother, fortunately, spotted this and acted on it. While approaching, the creature ran, leaving the kid behind. This happened for nearly 2 whole years. It is believed that the pet had turned into a dogman for some unknown reasons, as 3 dogmen creatures were seen sprinting out of the property. The creature known as dogman is a typical cryptid-type animal. While it doesn't possess entire human features, it can walk on its rear legs for vast periods, and shows excellent signs of human intelligence. Evidently weaker than most supernatural cryptids like the Wendigo or Skinwalker, usually, any firearm with decent power is enough to kill a dogman. Recent information also shows that these monsters revert to their more basic canine state upon death. There is more information on these cryptids, but at this point it is very inconclusive, and sincerely, I would feel irresponsible sharing it with you all. If you decide to venture into the deep web, and research on the dogman, always do so under your own risk, and be extremely careful. That is it, for now. Stay tuned for another chilling case that will emerge from the vault of the deep web.